This is Richard Fowler. I'm John Kilpatrick with Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And today we want to look at how to do Sankyo by breaking your partner's structure. And all of these arm twisting techniques are basically the same as Aikido. Now the way you're holding the person and the way you're accomplishing it is a little different on the different techniques, but they're all variations on Aikido. So if I'm going to do Sankyo, I start off, I'm going to grab the fleshy part of his hand here. And so that's my main hand. The other hand typically grabs his fingers. Now if he's got a fist and his hand isn't open, you'd grab over the fist. But the basic is to grab the fingers. And so then I'm going to step under this and come under, and now I'm in this position. And now if I throw him, I've got to throw him down the mat, and with him standing this way, then it's very hard for me to pull him over this strong line. That's what people typically do, and he'll come because you're hurting him. But on this, the way we're going to do this, we're not going to hurt him. So let's turn this way. So now I just want to show this. I don't want to throw right now. So what I'm going to do, I start off, I'm back here. I'm going to step out here. Now, right now I have a bend in his wrist, but I'm not, and what people usually do here is keep that bend and torque it so he comes around behind them because it hurts. But I don't want to do that. Feet back this way. So now I've got this. What I'm going to do is step out here, and then I'm going to pivot and step back, and I don't want to throw right now. I just want to show this. So as I pivot and step back, it turns his palm down and pulls him toward me. And as I do that, I squat and drop my hands so that I get him close to the ground. So the throw ends up looking like this then. I'm back here, I step out, and it takes him right to the floor. And that is painless, and it's actually much simpler. I know when I was trying to learn Sankyo, you know, we were doing all this stuff where you got this up and you're trying to cut the elbow down and like a sword cut and all this stuff to get this to work. And really, all of that's, the reason you're having to do all that is because you're trying to use pain compliance to do the throw. I have nothing against pain compliance. You're in a fight, but I think it makes sense to learn how to break the guy's structure and actually throw him first. And when you do these throws right, the guy just falls. He doesn't understand why he's falling. You know, he's standing there and then suddenly he's falling and it doesn't really hurt or anything. Then after it's over, you know, he gets up on the mat and he says, "Duh, why did I fall down? I don't even know why I fell down." So now we can also do this to the rear. So if I would I'd start off stepping back this way, and now to do the same thing, I just step back, and it's the same movement. So as I step back, I'm stretching him out, I'm rotating that wrist, and all this happens, your body movement does it. Very little movement of the hands is required at all. So now, if he has a tool in his hand, we can use this. What we do with the Sankyo, instead of trying to throw him, is we just take the tool. So, let's grab it more toward the center. So, he's got a tool in his hand like this. Well, if I'm going to do this technique, I can, normally I'd be holding the hand here, and if he had a tool, I'd be grabbing here. But for right now, to show this, I'm going to grab the tool. So I step under here, and now I'm in my Sankyo position. And what I'm going to do is step forward and rotate this way. And normally, now with this, I can get enough leverage to get it away from Richard, but still, this weakens him. When I stretch him out and rotate that, it breaks his structure, and it makes it very easy to get this. So again, and we can do this to the rear, but I've come here. Now as I step forward, I've turned this stick over so it goes between his fingers and his hand through that opening. If you try to go the other way with the stick, it doesn't work well. So you've got the knife. So if he has a knife, then I have to grab his hand here, and then I'm going to put my hand over his hand so that when the knife comes out of his hand, I end up having it in my hand. So what's going to happen then is I'm come under here. Now I step forward, pull this, and the knife just comes right out, and I have it where I can use it immediately. So this makes, if you don't do this, if you don't break his structure, then I can't get a knife away from Richard. And he's strong enough that it's really hard for me to twist him enough to create pain. I mean, he's just a whole lot stronger than I am. But doing this, all these movements become very easy.